Are you ready for
Sister Wives episode 9?
part 2?
Previously.
That's review.
Unbelievable. These two are so caught up in themselves, it's unreal.
I don't know what we're waiting for. Like, we already kind of had to wait for him for an hour.
An hour.
I mean, Mary and Janelle are staying in their cars. So I'm like, okay.
Well, he tries to whistle, but the Temu teeth, I think, are interfering.
He told me that Janelle was giving him pressure to sell the property out from under Mary.
Okay, why is Janelle afraid she's losing the buyer? What information was given to Janelle that would make her say, I'm afraid we're losing the buyer? Janelle's in frickin' North Carolina. For all she knows, somebody signed this and it's good to go, and eventually when it works out, it works out.
Janelle's always been kind of my financial advisor.
She is not in any way, shape, or form your financial advisor. Mary's not signing paperwork. I don't know why. It was probably the confidentiality agreement. I think Cody still is getting off on the fact that he's pitting his wives against each other. All right. But he and Robin, that wife of his, they thrive off of playing games. It fuels them. Puddle Monkey did a rotten job of follow-up. I'm over them. I now hate monkeys. If Mary were to sign that, it would say she gets 2 acres of land. Of course she's not going to sign it.
We'll just do the best we can to clear this up and make it, you just get everybody their 25%.
Yeah, that's what you should have been doing the whole time. Something smells in this story.
Looks like it's all coming together.
Sometimes I think Cody just likes to hear himself talk. His eyes are on Justin, his favorite Justin.
I never saw her look at me.
Just because you say it doesn't make it true.
Give her the space.
Give space.
My kids just started jumping in, skinny dipping. I just figured I'd join them, so...
I don't...
Oh, disgusting!
It was weird for all of us watching all the time in the world to connect with his kids, and still does, but he chooses not to.
I didn't think we... I don't really endorse fake.
What? Robin hates girl games. He's the worst polygamist. He's the last person that should have been a polygamist. He doesn't deserve 2 wives or 3 or 4, my God.
And she reads nuance way different than me.
Part 2.
Now let's go to North Carolina for great palate cleanser. Here's a really, really great scene I'm going to include for those of you who haven't seen the show at all. The kids are playing house and kitchen.
You can bring us down stuff. The restaurant's in your room, okay?
What would you like to order? What drink?
A water with no ice, and bring me a whole lemon that I can slice myself, and a knife.
Stop.
I've heard that before.
Stop. Stop.
It's a joke. It's a joke that you would understand. Bring me a water with no ice.
Good. It's just tiny little digs. It's not really mean. It's just a fact. Funny that she did it because, it's all those lemons that ruined all his teeth that made him end up having to buy Temu's teeth. By the way, the last time I was looking at a picture, I noticed that by looking at him straight on, the tooth to the far right looks like it's starting to darken. So when we were trying to decide, is he going to invest the money to get the rest of them whitened to match the Temu teeth? Or is he just going to wait for the 4 Temu teeth to just darken and brown and get yellowish to match the rest of the teeth? I think the latter is what's going to happen.
That's what I figured.
The only little bit of information we got out of this is that Cody does tip well, which I have to say shocks me. I mean, if Cody doesn't care about the way he looks on the show, why would he care about what waiters or servers think about him out in the public? I mean, that's why a lot of celebrities tip really well, because they're just so scared of what servers are going to put out there on social media. I've heard that from numerous people who are celebrities, if you will, but people that people would know. But Cody, he doesn't care about other people. He doesn't care what people think of him. Clearly, look at him on this show. He does not care. I will just say it shocks me. He's a very stingy, selfish man. So I have to say, he tips well, according to Janelle. Of course, he only gets water with lemon. So how much do you have to tip? I mean, you could tip 300% and it's still only a couple dollars. I should put it all into perspective, right? There you go. Janelle talks to Maddie a little bit about the whole awkward situation.
So I have to tell you, I went out to the property. It was so awkward. Robin didn't even say anything. She kind of just there because she had some obligation to be there or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
She didn't
We had to sign. That was
talk
it.
to you at all?
Mm-mm.
But I think the way that it ended is going to, in the long run, just be good for Janelle and Mary. Because it's sort of like, okay, if in this situation you can't even make eye contact and say hello, and you're going to turn around and leave and not even say goodbye, when you turn around and walk away and put your back to them and you leave and you don't even just wave, you don't say goodbye, those aren't nice people. That's not right. That's not just being socially awkward. That's just being wrong. And I think because of that, Janelle is able to now go, okay, done with Cody and Robin.
This is a jelly seaweed mask.
I lost my man card somewhere on the floor. Can someone find it?
We have a scene with Christine and David that they cut back and forth to. It's just them getting facials. I want to mention it and acknowledge it because it was part of the episode, but there really isn't much to share.
Baby, you have a great man card. I don't know what only real men get this stuff.
Whoa. Whoa, what is that?
David did it for Christine. He didn't really want to, but he was taking one for the team. And that's all there is to say about it. So we now see Janelle go with the two friends that she met in Flagstaff, Christina and Angela, to New Orleans. And then there's a third girl there. I can't think of her name right now. So the four of them are hanging out in New Orleans. They eat bugs. I don't know why. When we were watching it live that night, somebody said, I grew up in New Orleans. We don't eat bugs. So they thought it was a Southern thing, I guess. I don't know. North Carolina's pretty south. I get that Louisiana is going to be further south than North Carolina. But anyway, weird. What I enjoyed about it, though, is Christina. Christina's my favorite friend. She is a hoot. She's great. Put her on the show. She's like a Jen, but funnier. So the girlfriends are back in their hotel room and they're just chit-chatting and having snacks. And it's very interesting. Janelle shares what's really nice about her life in North Carolina right now. And I really like what she has to say. I didn't think about it until she said this, but it's so true. They move every 5 to 7 years. Actually, more than that. Recently, it's been every 5 to 7 years, but before that, it was even more frequent because they had something like 20 moves in their history. Somebody clocked. I don't know how they were able to do it. I know of about, 6 or 7 by just putting some stories together with the book. That's a lot of moving for somebody who's not military. But that was Cody. He has ants in his pants and he can't stay still and he has to move. Janelle has a good point. She said that after Cody turned 50, that's when he started talking about the family dragging him down, getting in his way. Remember, this family's in the way of my dreams. All the weird stuff that he was saying. If I could just get rid of him. I mean, he did. He managed to, but now he'll complain about that and blame it on them. But Janelle does a wonderful job of comparing him to Caleb and Mitch.
Cody turned 50 and all of a sudden he started making all this noise about he was carrying the whole family. I just think he was it's too exhausting. I don't see Caleb or Mitch or anybody saying, oh, I'm done. You guys just figure it out because it's too much responsibility. I don't see that. And here's Cody with all this family and he's like, oh, I don't know. I'm tired of carrying the burden. It's aging me. I don't think you really say that when you have a family, but whatever.
Both stand-up men. No drama, no chaos, just good, solid, salt of the earth, amazing, supportive, easy to get along with men.
I'm tired of carrying the burden. It's aging me.
Do you think that he really said that? I believe wholeheartedly that he said, I'm tired of carrying the burden. I find it interesting that she threw in there, it's aging me. gosh, that sounds like a Cody Brown line, right? And on top of it, I am so freaked out over the fact that I'm getting older and not younger and getting worse looking instead of better looking that I need to blame it on something. So I'm going to choose my kids and my wives. Their fault that I'm aging. Only Cody would say such a thing, but I believe it. I believe it. Warning. Warning, we are now going to have Cody Brown come on screen and straight up lie, 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 lie. This is why I say I have to believe Janelle and Mary over Robin and Cody. How many times have they lied already in this episode alone? Here we go again.
I never shirked my responsibilities ever in this family. I was there, I was always there, and I gave 110% every time.
You were not there. You were never there. If we're going to use absolutes, you're using the incorrect absolute. Sorry, Cody Brown. You were not there. You were never there. Which is not true because it's an absolute. He was there occasionally. So never doesn't work. But we certainly can't use the word always. We can't even use sometimes. I don't even think we can use occasionally. If you count how many hours in a day and how many hours he spent with them in a week, I mean, it's different for Robin's kids, but I'm talking about the vast majority of the family. OG3, the 13 originals. How much time did he spend with them? On top of it, this random, erroneous, incorrect amount of time that he claims he sees his kids, he wants us to believe 110%.
How do you calculate? How do you figure that out? It's so confusing.
Again, math is not their forte. There is no such thing as 115. Well, we'll let that go. But let's go with the absolutes. See, this is when we know Cody Brown is lying. This is so consistent. Whenever Cody Brown is lying, he's using absolutes. Or we could say whenever he uses an absolute, we know that he is lying. And here we go. Every time I saw my kids, I was giving 110%. Should I insert a clip or two here of him on the couch, or him in a chair, or him in the bed, sleeping while the kids were around?
You don't get the door?
Hey guys. Hey, Mr. Brown. You right there, Mr. Brown?
Hayden, Gabriel, Garrison, knock it off or you'll go home.
Oops.
You're done. John's here.
Hey, John, how's it going? Good, how are you?
Shirley does not feel well at all, and she kept me up all night last night. She just kept moving from place to place to place. She is definitely missing her mom.
You guys were all sick. What happened? You were crying.
She was like in her room.
Was she really crying?
Bawling.
What?
And then sometimes she would let us cover her, and then sometimes she wouldn't let us touch her. And she'd just go in there, and then she'd come out later, and I'd hold her for a bit, and then she'd go in there again.
That's emergency.
Hey, Cody.
Yes, David.
Honey,
Yes.
did you see the text from Christine?
What's wrong?
Well, truly, she's taking her to the emergency room.
Listen, I'm not flying there. This is the thing, you guys. I'm not going to New York.
Cody's definition of giving 110%. I want to know, when have you not shirked your responsibilities with the family? You have never. I can't even address it because it's such a flagrant lie. But he has to go one step further. Oh gosh, this is going to make you so angry if you haven't seen it yet. Be prepared. Go, stop, pause, get some chocolate. You need things to make you feel better. You need some dopamine after this, okay? Because this next line, after he claims he was always with his kids and he always gave 110%, he says, now this.
I felt like I wasn't getting that from the rest of my family.
That's it. I'm not commenting on it. There's nothing to say because it's such a outrageous lie that it goes into another category. I don't know what the next category is. It's like lies that are so big that they deserve a different name. Whatever that is, that's what's happening right here. Oh God, I forgot this is what's next. Okay. Buckle up. No, get the whole box of chocolates wherever you are. Go back in the kitchen. Just grab the whole box. Got a whole box of chocolates right here. My son gave it to me for my birthday this month. I am ready to show you the next clip. I'm not ready to talk about that yet. Have another piece. Okay. Did he no. Sorry. I need another one. Okay, I think I'm ready. That took me away for a moment. Let me come back. Chocolate works every time. Cody says that his original wives are saying that he changed. That's largely why they left him. Now we know this means he's gotten significantly worse. He has changed to a point that 3 wives left him. His response to that is,
All right, I guess we all went through menopause together, because there is such thing as male menopause, and my testosterone probably just fell to the floor, and I just didn't want to do the hard work anymore.
misogynist pig. Yes, let's evoke menopause here. Those crazy women. We remember on camera when he told Christine that he wasn't approving of her behavior and assumes it's because she must be on her menstrual cycle. Remember that? On the picnic table? That was a doozy. That was on camera. How often do you think this man would put these women down and go, oh, just women, again, your hormones. Do you have your period right now? Can only imagine, because we are getting it again here. But now he's blaming it on the hormones associated with menopause. And so he's going to mock them on top of it and say that he has menopause too, when he basically turned in his man card. Oh my God. When this man speaks his mind, it makes me want to vomit.
Oh, that's exactly what I was going to say.
We cut to Cody and Robin's house.
What? No.
I apologize. So apparently Cody isn't seeing a therapist anymore. I mean, it seems blatantly obvious. He uses therapy speak, but Robin brought that to the family and continues to incorporate more and more of those words into their lexicon. So I believe by nature of proximity and listening to her secondhand psychobabble, he has incorporated some of those words into his vocabulary. I was hoping he was receiving therapy, but it appears he is not. Because in the next scene, he's talking to Robin and he says, I was wondering if you could help me find a therapist because I really feel like I maybe should be mending my relationship with my children.
You think?
5 years it took. Listen, everyone's on their own timeline, I guess. 5 years is better than never. We'll see how it goes. Sister friend, it's halfway through the episode. Don't forget, before you do your Amazon shopping this holiday season, to click through my link below because doing so benefits my channel. Every time you hit the like button, write a comment down below, share this with somebody else, or subscribe to the channel. It also helps the algorithm, which helps my channel, and I appreciate you for doing that. Finally, if you're watching this on a phone, look in the comment section and swipe to the left and you'll see an opportunity to boost the video. This helps get it out to other people too. You get 3 boosts a week. So any video that you like, swipe left on those comments and hit hype. And I appreciate you for doing so. That too costs you nothing. I appreciate you. All right, let's get back to the review. Cody in his couch interview, I think he thinks, no joke, I think he thinks he's taking responsibility in this next little bit here. I really do. I really need to work on me because, well, what do you think he said next? I need to work on me because I have a lot of anger that's misguided. I got to work on me because my anger is overtaking my logical brain and it's just not a healthy place to be. I need to work on my anger because it's not fair to other people around me that they're the beneficiary of this anger that's built up inside of me. That's not good for relationships. Or D, I got to work on my anger because of what all these kids have said about me and all these kids have done and things they believed. Everything wrong they did. All the stuff they did wrong.
I got to work on me because I'm angry about what a lot of the kids have said, done, and believed.
It's making me angry and I have to let go of it. You win. I don't even have to take a poll. You're right. It's D.
Really like to move myself from a place of blaming. And I would like everybody to stop blaming me.
Okay. Oh, Cody's going to use the word space here again. Oh my God. It's a drinking word. It's officially, that's it. Space.
But I've also got to have the tools to be able to engage a relationship, putting my feelings aside and inviting them to step into a space where we can communicate.
Drink. So I find it interesting though, because Cody is saying he wants to work on putting his feelings aside so that he can invite his kids to step into a space where they can communicate. How about, as opposed to pushing your feelings aside, we address them? Maybe. This is proof he's not in therapy. We need to deal with the fact that you have this anger, this misguided, wrong anger that you shouldn't have. You shouldn't be pushing this anger into a little box and then trying to establish a relationship, because it's going to rear its ugly head. It will. It has. Even with the relationships that you had with the kids that you were fond of, they're not good anymore. So Cody comes right out here in this next scene as he's talking to Robin. He's trying to get counseling from Robin here.
This should be good.
He needs help and wants to know if she's ever been in a situation like he's been in. What is that situation specifically? Having children that you simply don't want to talk to. How can that be when you're the one that's done wrong and they're reacting to you? My gosh, my kid could just scream the most horrific profanities at me and call me the most terrible things and be living on the street and be shooting up drugs every day, and I would have open arms every day. Would it hurt? Yes, of course. Every day would hurt. And if he's somebody who keeps hurting me over and over again every time he came back, you know what? Arms open still, because that would be my boy or my girl. And I was put on this planet to love them. You never stop parenting. The way you parent over time changes, but the one constant from birth till death is love. And love is not a feeling, it's an action. It's another thing Cody doesn't understand. God, this guy's got a lot to learn. I have not spent 1 minute in therapy, and yet I feel like I know light years more than he does, who has clearly been in therapy. We've seen multiple sessions on the show. Okay. He makes me so angry. I go off on these tangents. I'm hurting myself because I have to edit all this. What's next? In this next scene, get ready to watch, because, you know, when Robin starts to lie, she stutters, but we also do the hair curl. I talked about before. Here it comes. She's either really uncomfortable in a situation or she's lying, but usually she lies when she's in uncomfortable situations, because she's uncomfortable because she knows she's wrong. So here we go.
I think there's some hurt feelings and misunderstandings and some influencing that's been happening, some pretty intense influencing. And I just feel like
Influencing. Who's influencing who? Ambiguous language of the Brown family.
It's so important for your kids to have a relationship with you and for you to have one with them and for them to have one with me.
Words, lies, lies, words, 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 lies, lies, lies. If you really believed it was important for them to have a relationship with you, Robin, you would be having a relationship with them. End of story. You'd be reaching out. You'd be going, remember how you said, why don't you fly out there? I would just sit on their doorstep if I were you. Well, okay. Have we seen that happen? No. You can't even make eye contact with a sister wife, but yet you claim you want to have a relationship with these kids? Not true. You can't, the words that come out of their mouths with zero actions to back it up is insane.
I've reached out to every one of my children, and multiple times. And if they don't have a relationship with me, it's because they're not reciprocating.
We have seen on the show, we have seen in the interviews with Special Forces, Cody continues to blame the breakdown of his relationship with his kids on his ex-wives, specifically because they divorced him. None of these things go together. The divorce had nothing to do with the reason the kids don't like Cody. It all happened well before the divorces were even in conversation. And it continues afterwards when divorces are like a thing of the past now.
I'm just exhausted. I'm so tired of being blamed for how his kids feel about him. It's his responsibility, not mine.
The kids don't care about the kids were actually, most of them were in support of the divorces. Maybe all of them. We don't know. We haven't heard dissension from anybody. The kids are fine with the divorce. Cody keeps saying it over and over and over again because he's got that stuck in his brain. This is a storyline. I'm sticking to it.
Look, I wish I had a lot of influence on my adult children. Boy, things would be really different.
Janelle's like, impossible. Now we're going to get more lies from Cody. This is exactly like before. I'm just going to say things as if it's fact. And what Cody doesn't realize is when he says this kind of stuff on the show, this is exactly what drives the wedge deeper between he and his kids.
I've reached out to every one of my children.
You're a liar.
I've reached out to every one of my children, and multiple times.
You're a liar.
And if they don't have a relationship with me, it's because they're not reciprocating.
Their fault. Losers. You know what that attitude that he has? I reached out to every one of my children. Right away, he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand what the term reach out means. I think he thinks it just means I'm sending a text that said, hey, how's it going? It's not reaching out. It's not reaching out. He's not being vulnerable. He's not being contrite. He's not being apologetic. He's not taking ownership. Nothing. If he did, they'd come back. Because guess what? OG 13 kids were amazing. Are amazing. God bless you, Garrison. They are wonderful children. OG 3 wives raised great kids. Great kids. And I don't think that they have contentious relationships with anybody else in their lives. Just their dad and Robin by proxy. So Cody doesn't understand if I send a text, and I keep saying this over and over and over again just because it's the example I have from McKelty, that after the Special Forces show, Cody did text her and she said she was happy about that. She called it reaching out too. Okay, all right, we'll say that. I don't think it was. I think it was him. I mean, I don't know. I guess define reaching out. Reaching out is more than just sending one text. That's making a connection in my book. But okay, so he reached out by sending her a text. She responds, he responds back, and she said, it's been a long time since then. I'm not ready and prepared to respond to that text. That's Cody's reaching out. 2 texts, and he's made her more angry than she was before he sent the first one. Clueless. But he's going to say, because I sent these text messages, I'm right. I am dad of the year. What's wrong with these kids? Everybody else's fault. Blame. Not mine, not me. Didn't do it. Not Cody. I'm Cody Brown. Thank you for making that scene with Cody and Robin end, because we are going to go to something lighthearted now.
It doesn't matter.
Did she go blonde again?
See, so it's funny. I was always more attracted to brunettes, and I ended up with Cody.
Oh, okay. Keep it coming. Muscular.
Girls are all hanging around. Janelle's talking about where her life is going in the future. Of course, dating comes up again. Janelle does admit that she wasn't even thinking about dating at first, but she is now. She's entertaining the thought. Christina has a requirement for Janelle's next man.
Well, I can tell you right now, he's not allowed to wear a visor. Under any circumstance whatsoever.
Not to do.
Yeah. I don't know what you want, but I do know what you don't want. I have a very clear picture of that in my head.
Oh, she makes a lot of references to it. My friends definitely don't pull any punches when they come to their opinions of Cody, for sure.
I'm like, high five, Christina. Yes, the woman's golf visor needs to go. And then we get the beautiful sentence at the very end. Now, we caught wind of this. I can't remember how I first heard about it. I think it was actually in an interview. Oh, it was. Cody revealed in an interview that he had 2 wives get spiritual releases from him in one of the circuit interviews he did post Special Forces. So because of that, I knew for a fact Janelle had gotten the spiritual release, because we know Christine has never been interested in getting one, and Janelle has always said, I might look into it. So here's Janelle coming out and saying, yep, I think to officially leave Cody, I need to take that step.
Well, I've actually realized now that there is one more thing I need to do to cut that tie with Cody, like completely cut the tie. And I need to have that spiritual release. Like there's still some sort of a psychic bond because of it to Cody. So I just want to cut that.
I am so proud of her. So proud. And I wish Christine would do the same. She keeps saying she doesn't need it for herself. That's fine. Don't do it for yourself. Do it for me. I mean, do it out of spite. It would make Cody's toes curl to know that all 3 wives got spiritual releases from him. I mean,
Priceless.
Maybe she should do it for her dad. Christine, to this day, continues to lift her dad up on a pedestal that is higher than the clouds. Well, he's bought into the faith, hook, line, and sinker. Now, I know he's in complete support of David and loves David, and I know he's not happy with Cody, but don't you think that would be that one thing that would make him go, okay, that makes me feel better spiritually. In the event what we were believing was true and you have to have all these wives, at least you're spiritually released. Because on top of the fact that the shame is going to be so overwhelming, we're going to see a whole new Cody if he has all 3 wives leave him. He no longer is a polygamous man. Because after the release, it's as if they were never married. So now he's down to 1 wife. And Robin is as well. How will they handle that? How strong is this faith of theirs? They would have to get another wife. Christine, do you want to keep Sister Wives on the air? Do you want to keep getting money? Do you want to pay for Truly to go to college? Get a spiritual release. I solve everybody's problems, honest to goodness. This show, TLC, Puddle Monkey, all of them, they owe me. They owe me and they don't even know it because they don't watch this channel. They don't implement any of my ideas, but they're brilliant, I tell ya.
Brilliant.
That's a quote from Ice Age, and I haven't been able to find it. I gotta download the movie at some point and get that clip. Our family uses that quote all the time because Ice Age was one of those movies, the original Ice Age, that was played over and over and over again. The kids loved it, and so we would recite lines from it all the time. And to this day, whenever my kids say something that's a good idea or they do something that I'm really proud of them for, I always try to find the little gif of Sid the Sloth, I think he was, saying, "Brilliant." Okay, you don't care. Anyway, brilliant. Angela asks Janelle, listen, is it just the women who get spiritual releases or can the men do it as well? And she goes, no, the men can do it. They can initiate it, but Cody didn't. And Angela's like, exactly.
They're usually a lot harder on the men. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? So that's probably why he doesn't go.
You're here again?
Yeah. How many times is this guy gonna get released? He's a frequent flyer. Maybe you could get a BOGO on that release ceremony.
Will Cody ever initiate a spiritual release from Christine? The one he appears to hate so much, the one he claimed he never loved and was never attracted to, and now he has this visceral reaction to her?
You would think.
Will he try to get a spiritual release from her? No, because Cody knows he's wrong. Oh shoot, there is another scene in Flagstaff. Ugh. Of course, TLC always has to end it with Cody and Robin.
Car crash.
Okay, we're going to start off this scene with a little bit of codependency with Robin and Cody as Robin justifies Cody's behavior. Not his fault.
The fact that Cody is still functioning as well as he is a freaking miracle, considering what has been dumped on top of his head.
Dumped on him. He had nothing to do with it. Not his fault. Can you imagine? The poor man had 3 divorces just dumped on him out of nowhere. He's the best husband ever. He's got a mug in the kitchen that says it. How's he even coping? Such a good guy having to go through 3 divorces. We have a scene of Cody getting emotional here.
Yeah, for himself.
I know a lot of people are going to question whether he's emotional or not. I think he is, but I think the fact that he's emotional makes me even more angry.
I wish so badly that I could have fixed things with my own dad while he was alive.
We find out that he and his dad were at odds. Like, I know Cody wasn't his favorite kid, but like, I didn't realize that there was a lot of animosity between the 2 of them and that his dad went to his grave that way. And Cody clearly is still hurting from that. Probably why he's trying to prove he's a cowboy. Thinking wind's looking down from above. He's gonna see I'm the man now that he always wanted me to be. Knowing that Cody is distraught over the fact that he and his father never made amends before his father passed away. And seeing him, whether it's acting or whether it's real, get emotional over the thought of this and then saying, I don't want that to be the same with my kids. And also knowing he had a child pass away that he was at major odds with. He was at more odds with that child than any other child. And now that more and more and more children since then are at odds with him, you would think it would be going the opposite direction. You would think that between Win and Garrison, that Cody would be doing everything in his power to have a great relationship with his children.
You would think.
Listen, kids love their dads. It's not that hard to make amends. You just have to sincerely apologize. But I don't think Cody will ever get there. I don't think his ego will allow him. He will only take some accountability if the kids take accountability too. They don't need to take anything. He's a dad and he needs to apologize. He spurred it on. He started it all. He can end it all, but he won't. So this scene, whether real tears or not, I kind of think they are, makes me more mad that he's done nothing. And here we are talking about how we're going to make amends with everybody now. Okay, we'll see. Not going to happen.
I told Grandma Cheryl once, I said, Cheryl, what I would give to sit down and have a couple beers with my dad. She just looked at me and said, I think he would have really liked that. But I got a beer with Garrison the last time we ate together.
It really bothers me that he evoked Garrison in this moment because of the dissension and the disdain that they both had for each other at the very end. Like, it's okay because I had a beer with Garrison before he passed. What, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Like, just because your last encounter with him included a beer, does that make it okay that you were so rotten to him for so long?
But that's like you're talking about this experience.
Experience! Again.
And those are like, you have some regrets.
Robin goes on here to share something interesting that she's never shared before. She says that when she sees Cody's kids rejecting her, she sees herself because she rejected her biological dad for many years.
This is new.
Well, when did you want to start having him in your life? Because the only mantra we've been hearing this whole time is how horrible he is that he's not in your life.
I know, right? I know.
Apparently he wanted to be this whole time, but you wouldn't let him. But on the show, you kept talking about how sad you were that your biological dad wasn't there for you.
You can't even keep your own story straight.
Oh my gosh, Robin. Where does the truth and the lies, where does one begin and the other one end? I am so confused by this. So are you devastated because he was never in your life and you wanted him there? Or did he always want to be there and you kept pushing him away? Pick a lane, girl, pick a lane. She goes on to say that she looks like him.
Or does she?
Like this is part of why she's sad. I love mirrors. And I look like him more than I look like my mom, which is so hard to believe because she's a spitting image of Alice.
I look like him.
Do you really?
I look like my biological father.
Do you?
I look like him more than my mom.
Do you?
I would love to see a picture of this guy. I just want to see him. I want to see what he looks like. And maybe he has a square head and a pointy chin.
Doubt it.
Alice's is a little bit more round. That could be. Then she would look more like him. And a wide neck. Just saying.
Wait for it.
One of these things is not like the others. One of these things doesn't belong. Can you tell which thing is not like the other by the time I finish this song?
So here's an interesting little tidbit. After all this time of him complaining about the OG3 and how it's their fault that he doesn't have a relationship with his kids, out of all the mean things he said about all of them, and there's a lot, he's like, yeah, my kids probably are confused about our relationship because, yeah, I've said really mean things about their mom. You think? Could that have contributed?
I had a lot of mean things to say about their mothers as part of the problem.
That's not good.
No, that wasn't a road I should have ever gone down.
He says it's a road he should have never gone down. All I can say is, let's watch. Is he going to be able to not say mean things from this point forward?
That's highly bloody unlikely.
I think he's just emotional. He may have been drinking before this and he's feeling a little depressed. It's just hard to believe that all of a sudden he had this epiphany. There's just so many lies. It's hard to believe the authenticity of this scene. He's the boy who cried wolf. And then Robin, interestingly, points out, geez, what will we talk about now that we don't have things to fight over anymore? That's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching this to the very end. I appreciate you, sister friend. Take care, God bless, adios, and I'll see you next time.